Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Tesla. We're going to do the fair opening price here shortly for Wednesday, the 4th. And we got some bearish catalysts I want to warn you about for the stock, for the near term here at least. Okay, so high to low today, the range in Tesla was $7.49. We went from a high of 355.69 to a low of 348.20, and we closed at 351.42 in the red. The indexes, S&P and NASDAQ, were in the green. I believe the NASDAQ was up fairly decent, and Tesla underperformed. We had divergence today. Volume decreased today on lower volume. So 20 million less shares were sold today than yesterday, for a total of 57 million shares changed hands. And Grandpa views that as slightly bearish. We have a pivot point up on the top side is still 367.20. I'm going to try and make this so you can see it. It's right here, 360, where the blue line is, 367.20. That is your actual top pivot point. And so we have been searching for a new bottom pivot point ever since. And 302.70 is our low point, and that's where Grandpa believes it's a really good chance that this is our bottom pivot point, in which case we're looking for a higher top pivot point, but we haven't got to that point yet, so I can't say for sure. The dominant trend is currently down. In order to have the dominant trend be up, you need a buy signal in the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. And we don't have a buy signal in the daily. We have a sell signal in the daily. Upside resistance. Let's see here. Upside resistance. I can show you 355 right here, this orange line, 355.24 if you want to get exact, is resistance. Followed by this line here, 359.27, 25 area. Followed by 360, 362 area. We topped out at 360 here yesterday, right to the money. And of course 367 is going to be resistance whenever we get there, and followed by approximately $400. And we did go through Grandpa's fair opening price of 356.07 today. We went through it multiple times pre-market, and I believe we went through it several times, depending on which chart you were on, during the regular day there in the beginning. Mostly with wicks, though. It would have been hard to catch a sell there if you wanted one. Okay, downside support. We have support right here at 347.85, this line right here. And down below that, 344. We just about got this held pretty strong today. We just couldn't break it. They tried. and probably tomorrow she'll go through it, but we'll see. Then we have support at 344.27, followed by 340.36, followed by 327 area, right around, actually, yeah, well, it's actually 326.70 is more realistic for your real support there. And I think you're going to see that number. I could be wrong, but I think you're going to see it. Followed by 312, and I think 312 area, 310 to 312 right here. Here I've got 309.57, you got 310 area, and you got 312.17. They did a lot of blinking there the other day, buying down at that 312.17. But that doesn't mean they won't go to 310. But that's somewhere between 305 and 312 area. I think you may see the bottom. But I could be dead wrong. If something crazy really happens in this world, anything is possible with Tesla. But I'll tell you what, get your shares, because whatever happens will possibly happen fairly quickly. And so have your ducks in a row. If you want shares at a certain level and you're hoping for it, don't procrastinate. Grandpa considers all of this a huge buying opportunity. Some of the bearish catalysts that we're currently have, our Elon's pay package was denied by the Delaware judge for the second time. He's got $100 billion coming. He's working without pay. He works on a percentage basis. Gets paid in shares, and he's due 100 billion of them, but the judge took it away and paid attorneys of course, they wanted Tesla shares. They got 1/6 of what they were asking for in Tesla shares, but Tesla had, and Elon had to pay them, what was it, 155 or $65 million to this guy with the 9 shares attorneys. But there's a chance that on appeal that will get reversed, and if not, it may go to the Supreme Court, and Tesla is moving their incorporation to Texas. But this all takes time. So this is all stuff that will get sorted out. 165 million sounds like a lot to us, but it's just another day in the park with Elon. And but what they're doing to him is not right. But it creates a huge scare in the market, which creates what Grandpa calls a buying opportunity. Pick your poison where you want to get in. Okay, so then in addition to that, so for bearish catalysts, you have the Russia-Ukraine, North Korean war now going on. North Korea is supplying weapons, ballistic missiles to Russia to shoot at Ukraine and anybody else that probably bothers them. And they've already got 10,000 plus troops there, and they're saying they're going to send another 100,000 troops, North Korean troops. And South Korea, I mean, it's like the world is just imploding here prior to Trump getting into office. South Korea has declared, the president has declared martial law, and in the country of South Korea, which of course borders North Korea. So they're wanting to overthrow their leader there in South Korea. And I don't know all the specs on it. All I know is it's not good for our country. And then you have the BRICS that want to take over and be the dominant currency of the world. They include Russia, China, India, Brazil, number of African nations, and there's 9 of them, and it's pretty substantial. I think this 40% of the population of the world is in those countries. So those 9 countries are in it, and Trump is saying that he's going to put 100% tariff on any of them if they quit using the American dollar. They're trying to overthrow the American dollar is the ultimate goal. India sounds pretty compliant already, possibly. They say they don't want to overthrow the dollar. But they all want, they want their ruble to be number one. The Chinese want their yen to be number one. They all have high hopes, and they see the decline in the U.S. under our administration that we've had here. And I think they see a huge opportunity. So Syria, President Assad fled and in front of the rebels, and Russia and his army around, I think it was Aleppo, they also fled and abandoned the city. But now Iran and Russia, as well as what's left of the Syrian army, are fighting the Arab rebels that took over and forced the president to flee. So we got Arabs over there fighting Arabs, and the Russians and Iran are bombing Syria, and it's a nasty deal. It's beyond Grandpa's pay grade to even comment much on the whole situation. All I know is the markets don't like uncertainty, and all this garbage creates uncertainty in the markets, especially let's pay package. And then you have, of course, Israel with Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran. And to top that up, Georgia, which is right next to Ukraine. Jeff was telling me about this. They're having protests and riots and are trying to overthrow their Russian government that's there. So it's a mess. And Russia is threatening to nuke not only Ukraine, but any NATO country that assists them to a degree that Russia doesn't agree with. And they've made it easier for them to be able to use nukes and under their law. So it's really it's just a scary time, no matter what. So there's your fair opening price. Grandpa feels pretty confident about this one because we're right on top of it right now. We are literally trading already on Grandpa's fair. When I first seen that fair opening price, the price was down just about the 347 area, 348 and change, I believe, 348.20. But so she's bounced up there, and I just don't know which way this bus is going to run. I think we are going to get a dip down. I think we're going to get some more buying opportunities. It's stopped multiple times here at that 360 area, and we could go revisit it one more time and then fall back. But I'm leaning towards they've goofed around long enough now, and may just bring us down and to where I just don't know. It could be 270, it could be 257, but I believe they're going to stop about 312. But Grandpa could be wrong about that 100%. They could blow right through it. They could go down easily to 257. All the big guys would load back up while everybody else is scared the sky is falling. That's what they do. And the next thing you know, you'll see $400 so fast your eyes will water. It's a buying opportunity. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your shares. You know, I believe we're going to see 1,000 here probably in the next 2-3 months at most. Once we get Trump in there and the regulations start coming up, barring a world war, of course, which we are getting close to, it looks like. But yeah, I think you're going to see 1,000 followed by 10,000 in the next few years here, and then you're going to the day Grandpa believes the day will come when you'll see Tesla shares are worth 50,000, and that's what I'm talking about here. And I've said it before. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares for 50,000 each. If you sell them, and a year later they're 100,000 each. Don't blame Grandpa. Hey, I don't think I'm going to come back in the morning. I'll do tomorrow evening again and give the opening price for Thursday. Still a little bit under the weather. We got the 4 little ones here. We're having a lot of fun with them. And that's all I know about that. Let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday night, hopefully before church I can do one quick. Hey, think about eternity once